Okay, gentlemen. So I've watched the video back a couple of times and try to do a bit of analysis on it. And overall, I would say promising, but also at the same time frustrating, because what we would do is we would play some really good rugby, using everything that we needed to do well, but then we would do something really bad, and ultimately we were the architects of our own downfall, and that's why we didn't run up a bigger score. Don't get me wrong, Kalamunda had a pretty good type 5, and they definitely came out and played a lot of good rugby, and they were physical, but definitely there was a lot of opportunities left out there, and you can see what I'm talking about right from the kickoff. So we did something very bad. We didn't get our kickoff, but we do get the ball back, and straight away we start playing good rugby, and we open them up pretty quickly. So we have our structure in place straight away. We have a good fire safety wall, maybe one too many, but we do well with a good carry over the gain line, sucking a lot of their boys in. Quick ball, and we're off, and straight away we're creating space just by Shagger running a really simple blue ball. You got this man's shoulders turned inwards. These guys are looking pretty flat-footed, so this is going to create space for Christian, who then hits Pow. And then he's completely out of shot right now, but Seb's depth is excellent. And off he goes. Okay, so this is excellent. So again, we have another ruck. Good clear out from Shagger. Christian's there for support. And we're going to go again. Our forward pod's ready to hit it up. And this is where things start to go wrong. Nice little duck. But that's where we should have just kind of settled the ship a little bit and just try to go through the phases rather than forcing that a little bit too much. I still think it wasn't a knock-on. It looked like it came off Tom's legs, but that's what the referee said. He was pretty poor again on Saturday, but at least he was consistently shit for both teams in both areas. So we can see this again in the next video. We can see our set piece worked really well. It was a really good 4-ball. Straight in and a middle pod carry coming right up the centre from Josh. Again, getting right over the gain line, sucking those guys in. Good clear ball for Davey, and off we go again. Okay, nice simple blue again there. Off we go. Gonna dab it through on a little kick. Lovely enterprise, good stuff. Not bad at all. However, it then falls apart pretty much straight away. This is where we should have been, really putting it in. Let the ball bounce. We force a pass. We force another pass. And now everyone is obviously in front of Ethan. Ethan's looking, trying to find some space. Ultimately, he's going nowhere but sideways, and they win the ball back. And we've gone from a try-scoring opportunity to them having a penalty. And we need to be a bit more intelligent than that. There, we need to, work hard off the ball, so we can get our guys into position and keep that support going. This is going to be really important as well, because Coslow, from our scouting, they're going to push hard in the centres. Okay, we can actually see. I think it's from this video here. No, from this video here, we can actually see how Cottesloe is going to try and defend, and that's what we've been told. So you can see Davey hitting Ethan, okay, and that's what they're going to try and do there. They're just going to try and push up and limit all these options in the centre. Okay, and you can see straight away how Christian has options cut out. Okay, and that's why depth is so important. We can't have our 10 taking the ball standing still and then just distributing. That's just passing the buck on. So that's why it's super important that we attack from depth and we get this game going. Really, really important. We can again then focus on the positives though, because again, we did win the game with a bonus point, and like I said, some of the rugby that we played was really good. So lovely ball off the top, again straight into our centre pods. Okay, and again a quick recycle. And again, then all it comes is from a nice simple blue, I think it is, or black that was. Show and go there, and Christian's in, nice and simple. And that just all comes from our phase play and boys just being smart and intelligent with the ball not in hand. Giving those options, running from depth, and just having those columns clear. When we were doing these kind of things, that's when we looked at our most dangerous. And we can see it again from this turnover ball. Okay, Johan up. He steals it, we pat it back. Banners thinks about getting it. Oh, he does get it. Good man, Banners. And again, we're off then. Solomon probably for his like 20th carry by now. Good clear out from Charles. And we're just going through those phases now. Black option, depth, and off we go again. Okay, but the only real thing we could probably do when it comes to attack is, we want to, obviously speed the ruck up as much as possible, but we do need to get in position as quick as possible as well. So maybe even slowing those rucks down a tad would be maybe a little bit beneficial to get boys in position. But one thing I want to highlight from this one is the Kalamunda Type 5 were pretty strong. We're being told that the forward pack for Cottesloe is quite big but quite soft, but this is how we need to play when it comes to our pods. Okay, we can see Charles taking the ball up, going to take ball in, and it's that simple +1 for Solomon to get on those soft shoulders. That's what it's all about there. That's how we need to create the space. We have this space utilised. We have these fighties in here. If Ethan hits that inside ball to Christian's underneath the posts. You can see himself. But there we go again. That's what I'm talking about here. Just where things are kind of falling apart. Where we're doing things really well, and all of a sudden things just fall apart, and then we lose the ball, or something bad happens, in the penalty, in the ruck, or whatever it may be. And I think it's just lost around here. Yeah, there it is there. So, like I said, overall, we played very good rugby. And it's just a case of being clinical and not panicking and just working hard off that ball when we're in the red zone. If we'd done these things, we probably would have scored a lot more tries. But again, like I said, they were a pretty decent team. I don't think we underestimated them. I don't think we didn't respect them. It was just a good physical game of rugby. The best try though is the last try. The one that Jamie scored in the corner. And it's really good just because of the excellent duck that we play. Zach, 2 hands on the ball. Okay, straight down to Davy. We hit middle pod to Vida. There it is there. A simple duck that moves the ball away from their defensive line. And then Tavita works really hard round the corner. Pow, depth, Jamie in the corner. Beautiful stuff. I think probably the most amazing thing about it all is that I was able to run without without limping anywhere. Too fast for me though. So overall, yeah, it's solid, but it's just kind of that last little bit. I think when we click, and I think it could click on Saturday against Cottesloe, who are a good team, we're going to put a team to the sword, and it's going to be a real marker for our season. So loads and loads of positives, but it's just that kind of clinical, critical nature in that red zone. If we can tally those things up, be patient, trust our phases, work hard off the ball, that's when tries are going to be scored at will almost. Okay, so good boys. Onwards and upwards tomorrow night. Don't forget we also have Thursday, and then we also have a court session coming up soon. Date to be confirmed about that. Nice one, gentlemen.